When you see a black cat coming towards you, do you cross the street and keep your distance? Cats have been the center of superstition and rumors of links with the underworld for thousands of years. So much so that evil kitties have found themselves the subject of countless horror movies over the years. So what are the top 10 horror movies starring ferocious felines? Hey guys, welcome to Furry Feline Facts, a perfect catalog of cat stats. In today's video, we're going to find out which kitties deliver the screams in the top 10 cat horror movies. If you're not already a follower of Furry Feline Facts, meow is the time to click that subscribe and notification bell. If you are, give yourself a round of applause. Okay, enough kidding around, it's meow or never. Number 10. Scary Movie 2. Although this Scary Movie franchise is more slapstick than scary, the cat scene in the second movie is hilarious. Mr. Kittles is a little black cat with huge bulging green eyes and can even talk. The creepy kitty is possessed by his old owner and becomes evil, leaping and attacking his new owner Cindy while she's staying in the aptly named Hell House. An epic battle ensues with Mr. Kittles shattering a beer bottle and smashing a chair clean over Cindy's head. The scene ends with Mr. Kittles knocking her clean out and raising his paws in catastic victory.
Is that all you got? Huh? Come on, give me your best shot!
Number 9. Cat's Eye. Stephen King is no stranger to the blood-dripped horror genre, and a lot of his acclaimed novels include cats as evil supporting characters. In fact, King's 1985 film Cat's Eye tells the story of stray tomcat who witnesses some horrific scenes while hiding from a dog. Seeking refuge in a truck, the cat sees a ghost of a young girl who pleads for the cat's help. Before he could help her, the cat is picked up and taken by the abusive Junk, who locks the tomcat in a cage and then proceeds to torture him with electric shocks. Fortunately, the cat escapes from the tortures he is experiencing and winds up being adopted by a young girl named Amanda. Renamed General, this tomcat luckily gets a happy ending. Number 8. Eye of the Cat. Released in 1969, Eye of the Cat follows a man named Wiley who has crippling ailurophobia, or a fear of cats. When he discovers he's been written out of his wealthy aunt's will in favor of her precious cats, Wiley and his girlfriend Cassia conspire to murder the elderly aunt. It's not the only insidious scheme in the film. Wiley's younger brother also wants a piece of the pie, hoping to take out Wiley in a double cross. The plotting pair have everything thought of, except the army of cats willing to protect their master. Expect a confusing psychological thriller full of twists and catty attitudes. Number 7. Tales from the Darkside, the movie. Money means nothing to a cat who's more amused by a bell on a stick than a stack of Benjamins. So why did a cat kill multiple people from the same wealthy family? The movie starts with an affluent housewife capturing a young boy named Timmy. She chains him up in her pantry because she has plans to prepare, stuff, roast, and serve him as the main dish for her dinner party. The boy tries stalling her meal preparation by telling the housewife 3 horror stories while attempting to escape his chains. The second story he tells is called Cat from Hell. This tale is about an old, wealthy, wheelchair-bound man named Drogan who made his fortune testing experimental drugs that had killed 5,000 cats in the process. One night, a mysterious cat turns up at his house. Soon after, the occupants of Drogan's house are murdered one by one. Believing he's being dealt karmic kitty justice, Drogan hires a hitman for $100,000 to kill the ferocious feline.
This is the end of you. It's impossible. Fucking impossible. I had a dead beat on you.
When Drogan returns to see if the job is done, he sees the cat emerging from the hitman's corpse. The shock of the cat leaping to attack proved too much, and Drogan suffered a fatal heart attack. Number 6. Sleepwalkers. Released in 1992, Sleepwalkers ticks almost every horror movie trope in the book. Vampires, murderers, old American rural towns, and virgin women ripe for the picking. So where do the cats fit in? Mary and her son Charles are shape-shifting sleepwalkers, aka vampires, that feed off the life force of virginal women. Cats are kryptonite to sleepwalkers because not only can they see through their shape-shifting illusions, but their claws can inflict severe and even fatal wounds. Charles woos a young girl named Tanya and on their first date attempts to drain her life force during an initially romantic kiss. Tanya desperately tries to escape when a policeman spots Charles's car and intervenes, but then Charles kills the officer. What Charles didn't realize in all the commotion was the officer's cat appearing, attacking Charles in defense of his owner. Charles is severely wounded by the cat's scratches and makes his way back to the house, where his mother Mary does everything she can to keep him alive. Number 5. Uninvited. Uninvited follows two young college kids, Suzanne and Bobby, on spring break. The pair are invited to take a trip to the Cayman Islands by a Wall Street multimillionaire named Walter, who's preparing his luxury yacht for a voyage to the Cayman Islands to evade criminal prosecution. They're accompanied by the boat's captain and Walter's friend Albert, along with 4 other people invited along for the trip. Meanwhile, a mutant cat has been on a horrific killing spree across the city of New York, and it ends up as an unwilling stowaway on the boat when Suzanne finds the evil kitty and brings him aboard. Throughout the entire boat trip, the cat continues its murderous rampage on the boat, killing almost everyone on board. By the end of the film, there are only 2 survivors who escape the psycho mutant cat by tossing him overboard. Number 4. Night of 1,000 Cats. Hugo is a rich playboy who puts the crazy in cat lady. Okay, more like cat daddy, because he's the proud owner of 1,000 cats. Living in an extravagant castle with his clouder of cats and his groundskeeper Dorgo. This guy is a millionaire, yet he resorts to luring and seducing beautiful young women to his castle for him and Dorgo to kill and feed their remains to his army of cats. I suppose Hugo is a lot like his cats, because he also enjoys playing with his food. Not only is this millionaire cheap, he's also a deranged psychopath who keeps all his victims' heads in glass jars as trophies around the castle. Now that's one crazy cat daddy.
Why did you stop?
I found the right piece for my collection.
Number 3. The Cat Creature. The Cat Creature tells the tale of licensed appraiser Frank Lucas, who, while taking inventory of his deceased client's estate, discovers a sarcophagus in the client's basement. Inside, he discovers a mummy wearing a solid gold amulet in the shape of a cat's head with bright emerald eyes. The amulet was cursed 1,000 years ago by a cat goddess, and it's magically bound to the mummy. Should the amulet be removed, the curse is unleashed. So of course, Frank opens the sarcophagus and removes the amulet. Before Frank knows it, a black cat jumps out at him and kills him. The curse is in full effect, thanks to Frank, who sets off the deadly chain of events.
Looks like blood.
Number 2. The Black Cat. This horror movie is really centered around the titled Black Cat, with a green-eyed feline being the prime suspect in over 5 murder investigations. Jill, a photographer, meets Miles, a lonely psychic who spends his time experimenting with electronic voice phenomena, recording the voices of the dead. Miles also happens to be the owner of the villainous Black Cat. Jill and Miles team up to help investigators with a string of murders in the town. Spoiler alert, Miles has been talking to dead spirits via his EVP and uses his gift to have the spirits possess his black cat, turning the cat into his terrifying tool to exact revenge on those in the town that have wronged him. Is that why people are superstitious about black cats? Number 1. Pet Sematary. This wouldn't be any kind of top 10 horror movie list if number 1 wasn't a Stephen King adaptation, now would it? Pet Sematary is one of the most well-known horror movies out there. As the name suggests, the movie revolves around the town's creepy old cemetery that people use to bury their pets. A new family moves to the town, and their cat named Church is run over. Their elderly neighbor named Judd offers to take the father to the local pet cemetery to bury Church. Instead, Judd leads him to an ancient burial ground of the Micmac tribe, with special instructions on how to bury Church. The following day, Church miraculously returns home, just a little dead, violent, and reeking of death. Although Pet Sematary only features Church the cat in some scenes, its revival and behavior is terrifying. Well, there you have it. 10 horror movies starring cats. Thanks for making it to the end. If you're a cat person, don't be shy. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments if we've missed a horror flick starring cute but killer kitties. Make sure you subscribe to Furry Feline Facts a perfect catalog of cat stats. And hit that notification bell to be sure you don't miss any of our pawsome content. See you next time.